Welcome to part 3. Yes, part 3. Part 3 of 5, assumedly. Now, before we begin, I want to thank you all for the scrumptious compliments from the last 2 parts. Why did I say scrumptious? Anywho, I hope you're all ready and buckled up because this is like a car trip to Disney World. Exciting, but also sickening. Plus, your parents are arguing about the directions, and when you tell them you don't like them arguing, they tell you it's not an argument, it's a discussion. You know what? Let's get started. Hitch. Where to start? Well, I mean, there's his name. And what kind of name is it, really? Hitch Trailblazer. Hitch Trailblazer. Let that sink in. What kind of name is Hitch Trailblazer? A dumb one, that's for sure. I mean, what is he, an entrepreneur? I know not all names in the Ponyverse have a visual attached to it, but instead of repeating his name multiple times and making you look at his very ugly toys, I've decided that I'll shake it up a little bit. Shake it up. Because I'm going to tell you why his design is awful first, then what I don't like about his writing. I know, I'm really breaking new walls down with this one. Anywho, here's the reason I think that his design is awful.
Number 1.
That weird thing where all the G5 ponies look like humans. Yeah, that's like the worst in his design. Like, his hair on his neck is, what's the word? Short. And because of this, when he's front facing, you don't see it, and you only see the top, so he looks even more like a human than the others do, which freaks me out.
Number 2.
His coat color. Why is he tan? No, really, why is he tan? I mean, if you wanted him to look less like a human, you think you would make him a lighter shade of blue to go with his cyan hair, but no. He looks like this. Maybe I'm giving him a hard time, but still. Alright, reason number 3. His design in the universe is confusing. Like, here's the thing. They constantly bring up, or at least Sprout does, that he's, like, attractive. And look, I don't know what makes a horse attractive, like, by other horse standards, because I'm not crazy, and also I'm not a horse. So I can't tell you what other horses find hot, but I must say, this can't be it, Chief. Besides, Sprout looks basically just like Hitch except a recolor and maybe some smaller differences. I mean, his hair is basically the same, so why is he less attractive? Is it the colors? Do these horses just not like red ponies? Or maybe this is just a Sprout thing, and Sprout's the one who thinks he's attractive, which, you know what? Good for him, but all I'm saying is that if we're going to take the movie's word for it, and he is apparently an attractive horse, I'd say he's the least attractive horse I've seen. So how about let's fix that? So I made him look a little bit less like a human and more like a pretty horse. Now when I think of a pretty horse, I think of a horse with long, luscious, shiny hair. Not this short hair Nickelodeon chicanery. I don't know why I said Nickelodeon. Beautiful. So I took inspiration from, like, long-haired horses and also Spirit, and I think you can see that in the design. Anyways, the reason number 14,002, his name is Hitch Trail. When you feel so mad that you wanna roar, take a deep breath and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Crisis averted. Oh my god. Am I keeping that in the video? It might be for the best to move on to the next topic. What do you say? Alright, I'm gonna talk about his writing next, because I've been spending all this time blabbering about how he's not pretty enough. And instead of body shaming this horse, I'll talk about why I'm going to personality shame this horse. Doesn't that sound fun? So kind of like Izzy, he has a really big, like, comedic relief thing going on. They have, like, a lot of jokes with him, and some of them work. I think his jokes can be really good, and sometimes they can be really not that great. I mean, some of them are fine. Other than that, I'll give him this. Writing-wise, he's not only the funniest, maybe, but the most logical. Not only is he a sheriff, but he's also the only one to really actually use his brain cells. While Sunny has this blind optimism that might get her killed, he has the knowledge to say stuff like, yo, maybe bringing magic back to our enemies could start a war and get us all killed. And you know what? I'm with him on that. That could have gotten them all killed if they didn't do it right. I mean, it works out anyways, because of course it does. But, he had a point. And, that was satisfying to watch. It happens in the campfire scene, kind of right before it. He's talking to Sunny, and he talks about how this is a really bad idea. And instead of, answering his valid question, Sunny's just like, yeah, well, I'm glad you're here, Hitch. All I wish is that maybe, I don't know, his good, logical writing could have been integrated well in his design. Anyways, this is the finished design. I'm not really sure if this is one of my favorites. It's a bit weird, I feel like. I don't know. I tried. I kind of still like mine's better than the original, as usual. But I want to hear what you think. This was all my opinion. I say this every time, but it really is. And if you disagree with me and want to talk about how this is the best design ever created, I would love to hear it. Anywho, I've got to go. Have a nice day or night. Stay cheesy.